Hey there guys, it's time for the special video for my video game collection. This is going to be all game guides and then something kinda special at the end, depends on what it could be considered special, but I have quite a few game guides, so this shouldn't be too long of a video compared to the rest of them. Again, if you watched all of them, I thank you, because they are insanely long, but there was nothing I could do about that. Anyway, the first game guide I have is for Crash Team Racing. Again, as I said in the video with the game in it, I have beaten this game, but I saw it at a game store in really good condition for really cheap, and I'm just like, I played this game a lot as a kid, I should just buy the guide just for the nostalgic value. So I did, and it's the Prima guide, or Prima, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty cool to actually look at this thing and be like, yeah, I played this long time ago. I should play it again now that I think about it. Then I have the Prima guide to Digimon World. This is the reason why I said I know how to play this game now. I would have no idea how to play this game if it weren't for this guide. Basically tells you how to play the game, and it tells you you don't have to fight that much. So what's the point of having the Digimon Digivolve? I don't know. Anyway, the next guide is to Alan Wake. It's the Prima guide to Alan Wake. I got this thinking that I hadn't beaten the game yet, but then I realized I had, and it was the DLC I haven't beaten. But, meh, doesn't matter. It's nice to have a really in-detailed guide and everything. Seeing as I have it on PC too, and I haven't played it yet on there, it's good to have a guide, because it's actually a decently hard game. Then I have the guide to Jak and Daxter. This is the reason why I got 100% in this game. There's nothing else to say about it. Another Prima one. That's funny. Then I also have the guide to Jak 2. This is a Brady Games guide. This is the reason why I did so good in this one as well. Then I have the guide to Jak 3, which... Is there... Oh, there's a nice little poster thingy, a key at the, I think it says Piggy Bank Guide is the name of the company that made this. I've never even heard of them. Yeah, I've never heard of Piggy Bank Interactive. Yeah, if you ever heard of them. Yeah. Then I have the Nintendo Power Guide to Mario Kart Double Dash. Again, already beaten it, have everything. Saw the guide for really cheap, thought I should get it. That and Nintendo Power doesn't make guides anymore, and Nintendo Power is ending if it hasn't already ended. I don't know. So I want to try to get every Nintendo Power guide. That's going to be a fun task, though. Then we go on to a very large section of my guides, which, as I said, was my childhood, and that's Pokemon. We'll start off with Pokemon Stadium. Yep, this is the Nintendo Power Guide to Pokemon Stadium, which most of these are. I think there's like 2 that aren't Nintendo Power. Good game to help you play through this one. It's a decently sized guide too. Then I have, this is one of the ones that isn't Nintendo Power. That's the Brady Games Guide to Gold and Silver. Here's Silver, here's Gold. I kind of got this just to say I have a guide to Gold and Silver, and I like the shiny colors. Shiny colors are cool to me. And then I flip through it and I'm like, oh, nostalgia. Just going through it, remembering the first time I ever played those games. Then we have the Nintendo Power Guide to Pokemon Crystal. I actually had it was either Prima or Brady Games Guide first, but then, as I said, it was this guide that I traded to my friend, or let my friend borrow with Pokemon Sapphire. It was the either Prima or Brady Games Guide to this game. He never gave it back, so I went and I decided to get the Nintendo Power Guide. Maybe I'll get the other guide to it just so I have the one I had when I was a kid, but it doesn't really matter, you know. Good little guide. Nintendo Power is awesome. Then I have the Nintendo Power Guide to Pokemon Stadium 2. A lot smaller than Stadium 1. That and the version I got has a page that just comes out, which kind of sucks. But it's pretty cool. I might buy it again so I don't have, a torn page. But I'll figure it out. Then I have the Nintendo Power Guide to Ruby and Sapphire. Another one that I've had since I was a kid, and it's in surprisingly good shape as well. But God, looking at this one too, I feel like just full of nostalgia. I want to play all these games again now. Damn it. Then I have the Nintendo Power Guide to Fire Red and Leaf Green. Another one I've had for a while. This one, not so much nostalgia, but a little bit. I should probably... Yeah, but I have Red and Blue, you know, I don't know. But great series. Then I have the Nintendo Power Guide to Emerald. It's a lot thicker because it has the Battle Frontier. Still some nostalgia with this one. Really? Huh. Okay. Apparently there's not a whole lot to say, because, let's see, this many pages in and it's already the Elite Four. But, pretty good one. I use that one quite a lot, I will say. Then we go on to the Brady Games Guide to Pokemon Colosseum. This one's in some, not great shape, but, and then I still have the little poster that has all the Pokemon and all the weaknesses. This is the game that taught me how to memorize all the weaknesses of every Pokemon. That's the reason I know that so well. But I used this one quite a bit when I first played through it. I always wanted the Nintendo Power Guide, and then I found it. So I have the Nintendo Power Guide to the same game. And the Brady Games Guide is bigger. Here's the Nintendo Power. This is the Brady Games. I don't know. I don't know if Brady Games just had more to say, but I don't know. Hold on, let's actually read. Yeah, that's weird. Then I also have the Nintendo Power Guide to XD Gale of Darkness. And it says it's the exclusive Target Player's Guide. Does that mean the store? Or does that mean, like... Because I doubt it was exclusive to Target, because it would probably have the... Yep. Oh, that's what it was. There's a 10% off Nintendo GameCube accessories coupon inside my guide for Target, which sucks. I totally should have used that. $10 off a Wavebird, a GameCube controller that's wired, or a memory card. So, yeah, apparently this was bought at Target. Then I have, this is the Prima guide to Diamond and Pearl, but it's Volume 2. I don't have Volume 1. I just kind of got it for the massive Pokédex at the beginning, and then there's some special stuff at the end. Don't know why I haven't gotten Part 1. I actually don't have the Guide to Platinum either, which is its own thing. But I do have Parts 1 and 2 of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, of course, both by Prima, because Prima, I think at this point, had become the official people that do guides for Nintendo. Because if you look at this one, these two are exactly the same. This is Heart Gold and this is Diamond and Pearl, but one says Prima and one doesn't, so I just assume that it's probably the same company. Even though it says it's the Pokemon Company International, whatever. But these, I didn't really use them playing through the games. I kind of just played, you know, but I wanted the guides because I like having game guides just to say that I have them. And then I have Volume 1 of the Prima Guide to Pokemon Black and White. I need to get Part 2, and then I need to get the guide to Black and White 2 at some point. But I will. I didn't really use this one either because I got it afterwards. Then we move on to my favorite series, and that's Zelda. I only have 3 guides at this point, which is unfortunate, but I have Wind Waker, which is nice because there's some confusing things about this game. But the guide is so small, especially when most of the game is floating around getting Triforce pieces and stuff. Then I have the guide to that was Nintendo Power. This is Prima, I believe. Look. Yeah, it's gotta be Prima. Yep, it's Prima. And it's Phantom Hourglass. This will be nice to have because there were also some confusing things about what is this. I seriously just opened, I'm not kidding right now, I opened this guide and I found Rent 1 Get 1 Free coupon I'm pretty sure it's for Game Crazy, seeing as there's also a Game Crazy receipt. Let's see what's... Legend of Zelda, Phantom Hourglass. Hold on. Holy crap. Looks like he, What is this? This was in Beaverton, Oregon. Trying to read game, or... Looks like he sold Phantom Hourglass, Kirby Squeak Squad, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and Final Fantasy III for DS. Then bought Ninja Gaiden Dragon Swords, and then donated to the Starlight Fund. Starlight donate something, and yeah, so he apparently... Why is the guide in here, though? But that's funny. I'm going to have to keep the coupon, but I'm going to toss this receipt. Oh, when's the year? That's another thing I should check, is the year. Oh, it's that one right up the street. Okay. 4408. So this receipt is 4 years old almost. Is over 4 years old. And I got this at a Powell's bookstore, which is a used bookstore, basically, is the best way to put it. Alright, and then the last guide that I have here is the Nintendo Power Guide to Twilight Princess. First of all, I would like to say this hole is ass, and I hate when I did that. It goes all the way through. You can't really tell, but it goes all the way through. The first couple of times, no, the first time I played this game, I used this guide religiously. The second time, I got to, I can't remember where, and I had to start using it again, like halfway through. Then, the third time, I got to Temple in the Sky and didn't use it. Now I could just get through the entire game without using it. But, great guide. One of my favorite guides is because of that cover, which is ruined. So I'm actually tempted to rebuy this guide because of that thing right there. Most of these guides could be rebought because they're not in that great a shape. But, you know, that's it for all the guides. I'm going to show you guys something special here. It's not really that special, but I thought I'd show you. What I wanted to show you guys is what my video games actually look like on the shelf. So the top row here is PSP, DS, 3DS, Super Nintendo. Second row has N64, PS1, and a little bit of PS2, which finishes on the third shelf and fills up the entire third shelf. The far left of this last shelf, and then the PS3 is right there, and GameCube. Start off on Wii, then I overflow off of this shelf with some more Wii, and then we go into 360 down there. And yeah, the handhelds, the Game Boy stuff, are actually in this box right here. They sit in that box on that one DS, and the Game Boy sits in the bag right there. And then my game guides are just over here on this shelf, stacked up right there. But yeah, that is it for my video game collection. Stay tuned here shortly for my CD collection. Later.